Hello, Alyssa.
Hey, Katie.
Welcome to episode number 282.
Which is going to be Spruce Up Your Business. And this is one of my favorite episodes. Okay, first of all, happy New Year's Eve.
Right.
We realize that it is the holiday time.
Yeah.
And not everybody is tuning in today. And we thought Spruce Up Your Biz is one of our favorite episodes. There are so many good checklist items in here on things you can do to get your business ready for the new year. So why would we reinvent the wheel and try to create this like whole new episode that people may not even tune in for on New Year's Eve?
We don't fault you if you're not here.
No.
If you are here, hi.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey.
Now you can learn. Because look, the things in Spruce Up Your Biz are meant to be repetitive.
Yes.
It's not like some maybe a handful of things are a more one time, but most of them are like, what do we need to check on at the beginning of the year to like spruce things up? Yeah.
So this will just be a great guide.
Okay.
It'll be very helpful.
Do you have any specific sprucing planned this coming? You just had a struggle with some sprucing when you had to change your email.
Yeah, it's been a whole thing. I have to get new business cards.
Oh.
I'm trying to just update all the things. So I have to do a lot of sprucing right now.
You're deep in the weeds of sprucing.
I am. Yeah.
I would also say that in this episode, you may begin to feel a bit overwhelmed because there are a lot of options. We're not saying you need to do all of these things.
No.
Just make some priorities, or it's just kind of a nice, gentle reminder of things you maybe need to check on.
Because you're probably fairly slow right now.
One would think.
So now is the time to take the 2 weeks to just get ready for busy.
Yeah, get ready for things.
Yeah, we also have that episode. That
one's really good. And I think the other one that plays into this is the changing brokers one, because it gives you the whole list of like these things you have to do. Even if you're not changing brokers, it does go hand in hand, I think, with this Spruce Up Your Biz.
Yeah. Okay.
Broker change.
I think it'll be a good motivational one. So even if you're listening to this after New Year's Eve, just anytime. It's great to get ready.
Okay. So happy 2025, I guess.
Yeah.
I should have brought confetti.
Mazel tov.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, Katie.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's 2023.
And this is the perfect episode right now.
This is the perfect episode. This is literally, it's January 2nd today.
Oh, so fresh.
Like first Monday of the year.
Everything is set back to zero.
No pressure at all.
None.
It's like it's like the height of pressure.
I know. It's like every realtor's worst nightmare. Will I survive another year?
You will. You do it. And you know what's the worst part about it? Real estate historically is the slowest in like January and February.
Yeah, and you think I'll never sell another house.
Like, new year, but you're like, my life sucks right now. Like there's nobody wants to buy a house. Nobody's around. Like it's just
Christmas is over. I have nothing good right now.
Not right. I know. It's so bad. Oh, did I say it's episode 178?
Okay.
Spruce up your business.
We chose this topic on purpose.
We surely did. And, maybe your house still smells like a spruce, literally.
Maybe your tree is still up.
And they're real dry and crunchy by now, so they smell. Like, that's when they turn to potpourri.
Like good, though?
Yes, they smell great.
Oh.
The tree smells...
Like dried tree.
The tree smells even better the longer and more dried out it is, like in your house. I think we were just really excited, but I feel like I was looking at the recording lines and they were like way off the chart.
Oh.
Y'all, when you record a podcast, if you're looking at the recording thing, it's sort of like watching an EKG or something.
It is. There are spikes and lulls.
And you're like, I don't know. Is this right? Is it not right?
Jay says it's fine.
He said it is fine. So we're going to go with it. Okay. I want to thank, first off, thank you to everyone who responded to the email that asked what they wanted to spruce up or revamp in their business this year. I was not prepared for the number of the sheer volume of responses.
So many emails.
Especially since I asked just the day before because I don't ever think to do it
a week before.
More advanced. So again, thank you if you sent us your response. I had a list already. It wasn't like I needed the list.
All the content. Yeah, but now
But the list is so long now that I'm not really sure how long this episode is going to be.
Okay.
And if it's going to all make the cut.
Okay.
So let's just go and see what happens. How are you going to spruce up your business this year, Alyssa?
Well, my sprucing really starts in December.
Okay.
With the database.
Clean out that
because
database.
I have to get all the addresses cleaned up so I can mail the Christmas cards.
Yep.
So now that we're in January, I always feel good like, okay, I have entered January with a clean database. I like to have a clean email.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard them say how you enter the new year laundry situation is going to be how your year is for your laundry situation?
No, I've not ever heard that.
So if you start the new year with a laundry room full of laundry, you may struggle with laundry all year.
Oh my.
But if you I know. I'm sorry that I'm telling you this 2 days late. So you couldn't be caught up on laundry last week so that you could enter the new year
I find
with
this
fresh
to be
laundry.
riveting.
Yes. Well, they say you enter a new season how you left the previous season.
But how can we make a break?
Exactly.
Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be like, no.
We're going to say, I don't care that it's January 2nd and my laundry room is full of clothes.
Laundry
I'm
is a
going to
mess.
go do it all right now.
Okay.
But I don't know, just like the tangible aspect of cleaning something out helps everything, like your mindset and your business. So we're just going to jump into some ideas of things that you should be checking on.
We're going to literally and metaphorically clean stuff out.
Yeah.
I love that. Can we also quickly just talk about, if you're like me and you now with your oldest one, January 2nd is not like the day things are going to hit the ground running. My kids are still on break.
No, we have a whole week.
Mine will go back Thursday, the 5th, I think, whatever. And then it's the end of the week. Look, this week is a wash.
Sure.
You know what? This week's for the laundry or for the thinking or for the
packing up your Christmas stuff.
That's why I think it is super frustrating, and you're going to for sure feel like a failure if you try to have a resolution that starts on January 1st.
I will say that even reading some of our listener responses, some of you out there are struggling with this and you're setting lofty goals of things that maybe aren't attainable.
No.
And now is a good time to just be reflecting on what am I capable of doing long term?
Right.
What am I capable of doing well?
Yeah.
You have to do it well or just don't do it.
Oh, I really got that vibe from reading all the responses. It's like, well, there's a lot of things you can do.
So many things.
Some people's lists were very long. They actually thought I was going to reach out to Santa and get them all kinds of things. And then sometimes I thought, oh gosh, you know what? All you have to do is simplify. It's just like social media platforms. There are a bajillion, right? You can be on 10, 20, 3. Pick 2 and be good.
Yeah.
Then if you're feeling like you've got that under control, add something else. But I think the problem is we try to do all these new things at once and spruce up every single thing in our business. And then we're like, oh, well, if I can't get that all done first week of January, I'm just like, I'm out.
And I know we just had our goal setting episode. This isn't really about goal setting.
No.
This is about just tidying up your business, cleaning house,
I cannot
simplifying.
work in a messy environment.
Well, they say even if you think you can, you're actually not being as efficient. There are people that embrace it and say, well, this is just how I am. I'm just messy.
But if they were in a clean area, they would be more productive.
Yeah. It's scientifically proven that order produces results.
Order produces results. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so you cleaned out your database. Me too. That part's done. If you have a CRM, though, if you're going to make a list and you need to clean that out. If you have an email list that's separate of your database and maybe you didn't address that in December, it's time to clean the list.
Right.
Purge. Don't worry about adding right now. Just clean them up. Make sure they're all tidy. Good to go. What did you tell me? Order creates results?
Yes.
I got to put that on a sign.
So if you think you're thriving in the chaos, just imagine how capable you would be in an orderly environment. You would be crushing it and feeling good, not feeling overwhelmed.
Okay, while we're on things that are digital that you need to revamp, update, spruce, your email templates.
Yes.
Now is the time. If you own our email templates 101, we updated them for you in December.
They're all fresh and ready to go.
We only had to update 5 of them.
Yeah, only 5 of them were market specific.
Yeah, they were talking about crazy market or whatever. But this is the time for you to go read them in general. Does it sound like you? Do you even use this one? Do you keep editing the same wording over and over again? Then change the template.
Yeah, resave it and have it ready to go.
Because I feel like I change mine kind of frequently.
Yeah, I like to change like what I bold or what the colors are, or
sometimes
just spruce
what I'm
it up.
saying.
Just a little spruce.
Just a little spruce up. So those email templates are huge. And if you don't have email templates, now's the time to be like, what are the emails I'm sending most often? What do I feel like I'm answering? Like, what questions am I answering over and over and over again? Those are your templates. Okay. Next up, what are you going to do? What are you going to spruce now?
So I really like to go through the notes section of my phone and just see what my random thoughts were that I wrote down and make sure that they are either addressed or deleted and put appropriately.
I feel like your digital footprint is probably super small. Well, I am a digital pack rat, so these are things I need to work on.
I know. I've seen our Hustle Humbly drive.
Shh.
It's full.
It's being cleaned up. It's being cleaned up. Because I make a document for the thing, and then I do the thing.
So many documents.
And then I'm like, well, I want to get rid of the document. What if I need it again later?
Yeah. I like to enter the new year with no photos on my phone.
0 photos.
So I make sure everything is uploaded to the Shutterfly album for 2022 so I can delete everything off my phone.
Wow. That is very spruced up.
All you have to do is open the app and select all, and
I know. Look,
I know.
You want to know what's crazy? My photos are all automatically going to my Google Pictures. It's not even like I have to click the button. They're there. I can delete them off my phone anytime.
Okay.
So it's fine.
And then if you want to find one, you just go to your Google Photos.
Correct.
It's still there.
Super easy.
I know. People struggle with this.
It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go. It's in the past now. Let it go. Just let it go.
And I like to have a tidy Trello.
Oh, tell us how you tidy your Trello. What do you mean?
Sometimes, more specifically in the active buyer columns.
Okay.
I have found that column builds up quickly. But then they weren't as ready as I thought they were.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I don't feel like they're not ready enough to move them to the pipeline. But I don't really want them under active because you're not active. Okay. So I kind of just say, okay, enough is enough. New year. I send one more email to just be like, hey, just want to let you know I know you're taking a break or watching interest rates or whatever. I'm here if you need me.
Right.
And then I'll just move them to the pipeline.
New prospect.
Yeah, prospect. I'm sorry.
To the pipeline prospect. Is the active stuff.
Yes,
prospects
my prospect
are
list.
For later.
Yes.
That's fine. And then you'll remember to check in with them when you're checking your prospects.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay.
So just getting everything nice and tidy, maybe refollowing up with all of the pre-listing people and being like, hey, hope you survived the holidays.
Right.
I know you had mentioned y'all might need to make a move.
Are going to start.
You need to catch them quick.
Up.
You need to catch them quick. You need to get to them before they get to you or someone else, really.
Okay, I like that.
So those are my main things. Photos, Trello, database, notes.
All right. I also put in here, so we talked about updating your template, like your email templates. Also your forms, not your office forms, but like the things you use to intake a buyer or your homeowner info sheet, something that you provide to your seller, like a seller contact sheet or your contract info sheet. Go back and look at those things. If they're not provided by your office or your board, do you use them? Do you not use them because you don't like the way they're set up? Are there parts of them that you never use? And I don't even care if they're pretty because you know me, I'm like a black and white, get the information done. But do you want them to be pretty? Fine. But more importantly, think about like, for instance, your intake form. Someone calls, new lead, and you want to talk them through like their intake. Like, hey, where are you looking? Go read that document again and be like, I never reached for this because the questions are out of order and it's not a natural flow and so I don't use it. Well, just reorder the questions into your natural flow. Like, how do you talk to someone on the phone? And then maybe when you format that form for its function, like when you use it, you'll be more likely to use it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like someone said they were sending out like their seller contact info sheet and they needed to fix it up because they felt like it wasn't getting filled out or they stopped using it. Well, it was asking things like, do you have reserved items in your home? Or how do you want to handle showings? Or like,
you're not there yet.
I'm like, well, I mean, I think it was at the beginning of the listing, but also I'm like, maybe the better plan is to, instead of having that be a form that they fill out. Maybe you call them on the phone, or maybe that's something you talk about, like you add to your question list for your pre-listing. Hey, is there anything in the house you plan to reserve? Like that's when I ask.
Sure.
That way they don't have to fill it out. And then basically the form wasn't working.
I see.
They weren't getting it fully filled out because it just wasn't optimized.
I see.
Optimize your forms.
Make sure everything makes sense and flows well.
Yeah, so optimize your forms. That's a good one. Okay, next up. A lot of people said this, and I completely agree. Your headshots and your brand photos, plan them out. Pre-schedule them on the calendar. If you're not a brand photo type of guy, then just plan one time in the year when you're going to get a fresh photo.
Yeah.
But if you want some like content and plan 2, maybe 3, just depends on how you use them, but you need a fresh headshot every year.
I agree.
Okay. Then once you have your fresh headshot, why can't I say that word? Headshot. Where is it? Where is your picture on the huge World Wide Web? It's everywhere.
It's so many places.
It's so many places that you don't even know, and I'm not going to get into a tangent on this, but first,
so many websites.
You need to know where you are. And then when you're ready to edit, you need a list of where you are, and so that you can go to all the places and edit your photo.
That's a great idea.
So make a list of where you are.
So this year, as you update your photo in all the places, make a list of all the places.
I cannot tell you how many times someone has featured me or sent me an email or done something where I'm like, where did you get this photo?
Yeah, how did you find this?
So old. I'm like, can you just tell me so I can eradicate it from the web?
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Tell me.
Help me find it. So your headshot. Okay. In line with that, your logo and your branding. Maybe now's the time you want to spruce it, but don't spend 6 months. This is not that serious.
And don't spend
$6,000 and months
and days tweaking. This is just quick things to get you ready for the new year.
Your clients don't care if your colors are red and blue or purple and black. They don't care.
No.
They don't care. No. But you need to just pick and stick. Pick it and stick with it, and then update it everywhere. Where are you on the World Wide Web with all of these colors?
Yeah.
Are your Canva templates that you're using changed to what your new branding is? Just get it all consistent. You know what I think is the easiest? To pick one color.
Yeah.
Like, what's your color? Is it mint green? Great. Now, just use that to inform all of your stuff. Easy.
This is my color.
This is my color. This is my color. And then it's kind of easy to go through and check it. And the logo, again, clients don't care. They don't care what your logo is. They don't care if you have a logo.
Just pick one you like or don't.
It can be your name. It can be your franchise logo, whatever. Just pick one. Put it on your, list of this is what I'm using right now and be done with it.
Yeah.
But a revamp doesn't mean it has to cost you money. It's not hard. I think Canva has delightful logo templates.
Yeah.
Stick your name in there and be done with it.
Yeah.
But you can also get cheap ones on like Etsy or Fiverr or whatever. But again, don't spend a lot of money or time. We're just trying to get it all consistent.
Yeah. And just make sure you like it and have it in all the same places.
And you're going to use it. Right. Yeah. And delete all the old ones.
Oh, yeah. You don't even need them.
To do.
Yeah. You're like, delete I'm talking to myself.
I am so talking to myself.
But then how will you pull out all of your 20-year-old logos and post? You still have all your postcards.
I do really like that nostalgia piece of it. So I don't have all my, I do have all my posts. Oh my God,
you do. I know. You told me.
But it's okay. It's okay as long as it's organized. It's not chaos. It's not like whatever. We're moving on. Podcast therapy.
Okay, fine.
But now that you have your branding and your logo, check for your consistent branding across all the platforms and your marketing pieces. So your flyer, your business card, your, all your websites, all your social media platforms, make it all the same.
Yeah. Check your Google business account.
Yes.
Like when people Google you and it
what
comes
happens?
up, do they see? It's good to have a few photos there, like your picture, your logo, maybe your company logo.
Are you ready for me to blow your mind? We're going to probably do a whole episode on Google business.
Okay.
Your clients, when they input a review for you, can upload a photo.
Aww.
Yes.
So we need to get like an instructional sheet for them.
Yeah. Do you know how I know this?
How?
Sweet Anna Cornick. It's about time when I sold her house. We took a picture out in her lawn by the sign. When she did my Google review, she uploaded the picture of us next to her sign.
That is so cute.
My mind was blown.
So we need to edit that template that says, hey, did you know that when you leave me a review
on Google, you can add a photo of you, your family at the house, us together, the closing, whatever.
So good.
I mean, that is next level. If someone
I would like to get more Google reviews this year because I know they're super important and I haven't been getting them.
Let's do a whole episode.
Okay.
Because I really want everyone this year to focus on their Google account, business account. It's free. Mm-hmm. It's the most functional. Mm-hmm. It works with you no matter where you are. All right, moving on. We're going to actually make an episode about that. I'm writing a note. Google Biz. Okay, stay tuned. What's next on your things you do?
Stocking up on items, like closing gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Or your buyer and seller folders. Mm-hmm. Just having things freshened up and ready to go.
If you don't have your folders ready or you're getting down low, I always like to have, 10 of them ready.
Yeah.
But I only do it once. It depends on what your volume is, right?
Sure.
Or if you're using that process. But like once a quarter or twice a year, I'll just print a whole bunch of the stuff, stuff it up, and the folder's ready.
Yeah.
Run out the door. The closing gift is great. Y'all, we do not have to spend our whole life deciding on closing gifts.
No.
I do the return address stamp. Some people have cute like candles and stuff. Just get 10 of them and stick it in the closet. Mm-hmm. That's it. And you do the photo book. So I think that if you're going to do something like that obviously you can't stock up beforehand on your photo book, right, for sellers. But what you can do is create a very quick, like, standard of practice. This is how you do the photo book, step 1, 2, 3, 4. That way, if you do hire an assistant or if someone else is helping you or if you just don't, every time you're having to rethink what you did, just put it in your checklist.
Yeah.
So
when do I need to order this?
Yeah. How do I get the photo book? Like, figure it out. Okay. When you're printing out your buyer-seller folder stuff, I think now is the right time to spruce it up. Do you want to add a new flyer from a different vendor? Do you want to remove something? Like, I stopped kind of putting warranty brochures in a lot of mine because I'm like, we're not really playing this game anymore.
Yeah.
So do you want to add a new photographer or maybe a mover? Maybe you met a great stager.
2023 resume.
Your new resume. That's what you got to update right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so your resume updated, put it in your folder.
Your vendor list.
Your vendor list.
Yeah, make sure it's up to date and looks nice.
Looks good. Make sure that everyone is still like
in business.
Mm-hmm. I go through my vendor list probably every 3 or 4 months because without fail, someone's like, oh, I tried to find blah, 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 and that one wasn't working anymore. I'm like, okay. I go take it off. Or I need a new person that I'm like, well, this is great. I never had a home organizer before, and I'll throw it on there.
Yeah.
So you always update that one, but now's a great time to do it. Okay, when you're updating your stuff on the web and you need to do your bio updates, this plays into your resume. Use that for your resume. Help you inform your resume with your bio updates for your website and all the other places that you are.
Yeah.
You're on social media, on realtor apps, maybe you're on Zillow.
Gosh, so much to do.
Your bio is in so many places.
Will you write my bio?
Yeah. Do you want me to help you write your bio?
Yeah, I just feel like I never have like a good one ready to go.
Why don't we do that in our Google episode?
Okay, great.
We'll bio write. That'll be fun. Okay, because a bio is key and crucial. Oh, here's a good one. What about your social media handles? Are they all the same? Do you have maybe old branding? Are you Realtor Katie on one and Katie Baton Rouge on another? Like, what are they all the same?
Right.
If you meet someone and you want to share with them your social media handles, does it require you to say 4 different things? Or can you just say, oh, I'm at Katie Caldwell everywhere you look? Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
What is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, your name is always the easiest, just my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are they the same and are they up to date? Okay. What's next, Alyssa, on your to-do list? Oh, can I mention something really quick? As I was writing some of these things down, I'm like, okay, I think you have a few buckets. Business assets are the things that belong to, like, your branding, your resume, things that belong to your business that you probably just deal with once, right? Then you have your business, like, tracking and your setup. So your budget, your business plan, things that really aren't part of like your business asset. Okay. It's not like a marketing. It's just, we got to do this. And then I had intangibles because there's actually quite a long list of those. So we can keep going, but I just wanted to point out that the things you spruce up, some of them are going to be once and they're like easy and you can make a list. Basically, these are my brand colors. This is my headshot. This is the assets of my business. This is what my business card looks like. And then some of it is going to be a little bit more like, what's my marketing plan? Mm-hmm. Or like what, it's not a thing.
Sure.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. I'm sorry. Go on.
Back to a thing though. Mm-hmm. I like the thought of like replenishing your stationery and making sure all of that is up to date now that you have maybe solidified your brand colors and just have plenty in stock. Business cards.
Thank you notes. Yeah. Like if you're stationery, you can have two types, like a plain and a thank you. But if you're going to do thank yous, it doesn't have to be branded to you. But if it is, great. But if not, run over to the Target and grab a few packs of thank you cards.
Yeah.
So easy.
Cleaning out your car.
Oh, yeah.
Just taking out car seats is like, oh gosh. I'm like, for not letting kids eat in the car, there's sure a lot of food in here.
You're failing. You're like, if how your car ends the year is how you head into the year.
I'm in trouble.
Things are not going so good.
Yes.
Well, yeah. And if you need to refill anything in your car kit, like if you're carrying certain things around for work, like if you usually have a lockbox in there or light bulbs. Light bulbs are the number one thing I use out of my car kit.
Interesting.
Do you ever use light bulbs?
Never.
Okay. Maybe because I feel like I go to photos alone and I'm like in vacant houses and I'm like, I can't take a photo with the light bulb out. That makes me crazy.
Yeah.
So just replenish the things you do carry.
Yeah.
Whatever they are.
Mm-hmm. I do like to try to enter with as close to zero inbox as I can get.
I'm working on it so hard right now.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Yeah. I think I'm really trying hard.
Just keep on unsubscribing. You know, we just came out of Christmas, so you got a lot of Happy New Year and Merry Christmas emails that you can just unsubscribe as they come through.
Yep. I think that's a great one. Just get it nice and clean
Laundry
so you're not
tidy,
overwhelmed. I know,
email tidy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, someone did say they were going to update their email drip campaigns. So if you have like a CRM or something that's sending automatic emails to your prospects.
Oh, yeah.
Update what the wording is.
Sure.
I mean, I don't utilize that, but I have in the past. Mm-hmm. Like even at Remax, they had all these great campaigns, but the wording's always like...
Right. Not for you.
No good. Mm-hmm. So you want to update those. Okay. And your template for your newsletter. If you've decided, you listened to that great newsletter episode.
That episode was so good.
So good. And can I tell you how many newsletters I have gotten from realtors since then?
They want us to see their work.
They're so good. So I think that if you are going to do a newsletter or have been, maybe now's the time you spruce up that template or create a template so it makes it easier. Mm-hmm. All these things we're doing is supposed to just make it easier, right?
Yeah.
Instead of me fussing around for an hour trying to find my logo, it's just in one place and it's updated and it's good. Or my headshot or any of those things.
Yeah, you need a headshot in the bio? Here you go.
Here you go. It's right here. Easy peasy. Okay. How about equipment? Do you want to upgrade any equipment this year?
You know, I saw I could probably use a new phone, but I don't know that I will.
Okay. Some people wanted a second monitor so they could work on, like, I guess, two things at once.
Oh,
like a computer monitor. Some people just wanted a new computer.
New office desk.
A desk. I love my up-down standing sitting desk. Last year, I upgraded and got myself one of those sweet treadmills for under the desk.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Some people want, like, video equipment or ring lights or, you know, there's lots of things you can do to spruce up your social media setup, or like your handheld, your gimbal for taking video with your phone, all those things. So you can spruce up your tech, your tech tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Your email signature.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah, maybe now that you have a new headshot, you could put it there with some pretty colors.
Yeah, and like what's in your signature? Do you have business hours or anything like that you need to update? Mm-hmm. Okay. And like if you're doing an autoresponder or your voicemail?
Oh, your voicemail. That's a good one. I have no idea what mine even says right now.
Okay, well now it's time to spruce that up.
Voicemail.
Like, you know what I want to say about making this list, because it's already quite long, and I hope that no one is getting super overwhelmed, but take the things one day at a time.
Yeah.
You know, like come back to this in another month and listen to it again and be like, okay, I checked something off. Let me do something else. What I realized was that running a real estate business requires a lot of things.
So many things.
Like that's what basically came out of this.
Yeah.
The setup, it is a small business, no doubt. And if people are like, what do realtors do? I'll be like, look at all the stuff I got to keep track of.
Yeah, this is just stuff we have.
I haven't even started selling a house right yet. I didn't buy or sell a house at all yet.
No, this has nothing to do with actually selling anything.
I'm just prepping my business.
Yes.
Like I'm just having a business.
Just cleaning house.
Right, exactly. Okay, what about signs? And we talked about business
my
cards.
signs are so dirty right now.
Signs. Okay, well, is it time for a new photo on your sign? Do you have enough?
They're just dirty.
Okay, you need to clean them up. So it's time to clean your signs. Okay, then the website refresh. This is really something we let go for too long.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just ignore my website. It's not doing anything. Well, somebody can find it.
Right.
And if it's not accurate, doesn't have a current bio, it says you've been selling real estate for 2 years, but it's really been 7.
Yeah.
Like, we got to fix that.
Right.
So update your website, get it refreshed, work on your SEO, search engine optimization if you're going to. And then, so ironic. We just talked to Marky about this.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have landing pages to collect emails, get that all set up. So there's quite a few things that you can be doing to freshen up your website.
Perfect.
Okay. I also, someone mentioned their branded merchandise. So like if you have pins or cups or whatever, replenish that.
Mm-hmm.
Or t-shirts. What are you doing for your people? Okay. Guess what? We finished the business assets.
Okay. What a list that was. We're 1/3 of the way through.
Deep breath, everyone. Deep breath. Business setup and tracking. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We can breeze through these really quick.
Okay.
A way to track your transactions. Like, how are you recording your transactions?
Trello.
Great. Perfect. Thank you for answering. Your business plan. Now's the time to update it.
Mm-hmm.
Your business budget. If you don't have one, you need one. We need to know where the expenses are. Okay. Here's your business bank account. Do you have a business bank account?
Yeah. How did your income look last year? It might be time to create an S Corp or an LLC and just get all your things legalized for the year.
Or very simply, what is your tax plan?
Yeah.
Where do you put that money when you're saving it? Like, do you need another account? What's happening?
Right. Definitely be saving for taxes this year.
Got to do that this year. Let's do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then your tech app service clean out. All right. Unsubscribe from the things that you're not using.
There are so many apps you might be paying like $1 a month for and not even realizing it.
I have an exercise one that I need to delete. And every month when it charges me $10, I'm like, oh no. And then I forget. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
You're not going to use it?
I did, and I'm not.
Okay.
So then I'm like, I can always get it back.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We just keep hanging on to stuff thinking, oh, maybe I'll
let
do
it go.
That. Just let it go.
Don't hang on.
Also, even free apps, delete, clean off your phone.
Yeah, you don't need it if you're not using it.
Like a nice clean, that digital footprint. We're making
maybe
it
get
nice
a nice
and clean.
new background on your phone.
Ooh, I like that.
Screen.
Okay, so we're going to unsubscribe from the things you don't use. Okay, here's a little more tangible in the business setup. Clean your office and organize your desk. And whether that's at home, your home office, or your brokerage, let's clean those spaces.
Everything tidy and fresh.
Yeah. And then in January, I always flip my files. So the things that are for my taxes each year or whatever I'm saving, which is not a lot, but I've changed them to 2023.
Okay.
I need to clean them out. And then I'm ready for basically I could be ready for taxes like that.
Lucky.
At the snap of a finger.
So proud of you.
Thank you. It really is an improvement. I want everyone who is not like that to know that 2019 is when I hired the accountant to do my bookkeeping and pay my payroll and do all the things. And it is worth every penny.
Every penny.
Because before that, it was a disaster. And I would like to curse about it, but I'm not going to.
Great.
Okay. And then the last thing that I like in the tracking department is the numbers note. Okay. So let me tell you what this is. I heard this on the Gold Digger podcast.
Okay.
Do you have a
no?
You don't have a numbers note. Okay, I've done it for a year, maybe a little over a year now. At the beginning of the year, it's okay. It's January 2nd. It's fine. Do it now or tomorrow or whenever. I pull numbers like this. How many people are on your database? How many people are on your email list? How many followers do you have on social media if you're focused on a particular app?
Yeah.
How many buyer appointments did you go on last year? How many seller appointments? Your expenses, whatever you want to check that how much money's in your savings account. That is a rolling total.
Oh.
Okay, so it's sort of a way to see how far you have come. Maybe I only have 100 social media followers, and then I check it every 6 months. So then I would go back on June 30th or July 1st, and I would say, okay, I have 300 followers now.
Wow, I've tripled.
Oh my God. Like, look at me. I'm so proud. So if you don't, or like I have 100 people on my email list, I only started with 2.
Yeah.
Or none.
You have to know to celebrate your progress.
But right. If those things
that
are constantly building, we just sort of lose sight of the fact that you started at 0.
Yeah.
Everything starts at 0.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Maybe it's just I posted on my social media for, every day for, a year. Whatever it is. Like, everything starts at 0.
Yeah.
You had 1 follower. You in the beginning.
Right.
That's it. Maybe you didn't even follow yourself. 0.
That's a great idea.
I have loved it.
You really see the progress.
It is wild.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend a numbers note. I do it twice a year, but definitely at the beginning of the year, it's just super nice to see how far you came. Or maybe you're keeping a running total of your transactions.
Yeah.
Like, because that doesn't automatically just show up for you somewhere.
No.
Like, you had 5 transactions the first year, 15, then 35, whatever. Well, all together, it's like all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I hit 400?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? All right. That's all of the tracking department. Deep breaths. It's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready for the intangibles?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I needed a sip of my tea. It's a lot. All right. Go. I need a break.
I know. This is just so much sprucing.
There's a lot to spruce up.
As you enter the new year, check your mindset.
Yes.
I mean, how's your headspace?
Spruce it up.
Is there a TV show you need to cut out that's bringing you down in your mood?
Are you unfollow somebody?
Unfollow somebody? Mm-hmm. Are you getting enough sleep?
That's a good one.
Going for walks? Like,
are you drinking?
What do we need to do? Drink your water?
I want you to keep a running total of your water for the year.
Oh my gosh.
The thousands of ounces. You could fill a pool for sure.
At least a gallon a day.
I mean,
365
gallons
of water.
It probably wouldn't fill a pool, but it would be a lot.
I don't know.
Anyway, okay. All right. But yes, what's your mindset?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening in your mind? Also, like, what's your motivation?
Mm-hmm.
I made a note from someone sweet's message that you need to figure out what you want to do versus what you think you need to do.
Yes.
Like, just take stock.
Right.
I don't want to door knock. I'm not going to door knock.
I don't want to pick up the phone and call and ask for business.
Yeah, but
don't.
Fine.
Don't.
But do something else.
Right.
That's the problem I think that we all have.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this person that I'm following said I had to door knock to be successful, and that's how they were successful. And since I don't want to door knock, I'm just not going to do anything.
Right.
But you could have some killer texting campaign to your whole database that maybe someone else would be like, I would never text my database. I would rather talk to strangers on a cold call.
But your vibe attracts your tribe.
Right. And
so
it's
how you work.
You have to work at something.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say, I don't want to do any of those things, and then you do nothing. Well, okay. You have to pick.
Yeah.
It is a job. You're not going to attract any business by doing nothing.
Right.
No. It's like physically impossible.
Yes.
They're not going to be like, oh, I remember 10 years ago when you got your license, and I've always thought, oh, you have your license. No, most people won't even remember.
They don't remember at all.
No, at all.
I was just at a friend's house. I just met them.
Okay.
And I got invited to their little kid's birthday party. So I brought the kids. And they just moved here from out of state.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I love your house. Like, who helped you buy it? And she was like, oh, what was her name?
Still no clue.
And she was like,
no, thank you.
And then she was like, Susie? But I cannot remember her last name. And I'm like, I mean, she moved in like 6 months ago. So I
Yeah.
guess she hasn't heard from Susie in 6 months at least.
Nor is she going to be able to contact her when she needs to move.
No.
Susie
No.
who?
Right. Susie who?
You should have asked her how she worked with Susie.
It was a reload thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Susie's like, forget this. Relo's going to send me another lead next week.
Right. I don't need to follow up
I want to keep giving away 40% of my commission.
my business. Yeah. My money.
Wow.
Anywho.
That's very interesting.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to think about what do we want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Also, think about if you like posting on social media and then you don't for a while because you get busy and then you're like, oh, I'm going to start door knocking because that's what everyone says, but you love doing social media and it was working, go back to that.
Just go back to it.
Just do one thing well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do one thing really well, it will be enough.
Right.
But, you know, you can't just do a little of everything poorly. All right. Here's another spruce up. Maybe it's time to change your talking points. Or your scripts, for instance, if you're using a script.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my air quotes because we don't script much here. But just simply like, how do you respond to the question, how's the market?
Yeah.
Like just maybe freshen up those talking points.
Right. How is the market?
This is what's going on.
How can I just be educational and helpful when I'm asked that question and provide some value?
And like, if you don't want to lie to people, are like, oh, must be slow now. That must be terrible. And if you wanted to say, yeah, you know, the market is a little bit slower than the past couple of years, but I'm loving the downtime to really freshen up my systems.
Yes. Would you like a free market report?
Yeah, I'm doing
time.
I'm doing so many extra market reports for my sphere because I have some time.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to provide so much more intentional service to my clients.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say. I don't know. Like,
Or I have been saying for the last year, listen, we just can't write contingent offers.
now you can.
Now I can change that talking point and get back to the familiar, like, listen, we may be able to be contingent. We need to figure out our plan.
Yeah. Hey, all those people. That's a great email to send your database.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone who's thought about moving up, but was a little bit nervous because you knew the market was too crazy to even sell your house first. And you thought now, guess what? You could actually find something you love and potentially put something under contract before you sell your house.
Right.
Great news.
You have some options
This
now.
is so exciting. It's an exciting time.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another really good one. Maybe it's time to revamp your routines. Morning routine, shutdown routine, how you handle your chores, your all the parts of your life. Chores. Someone said that their chores, lead gen, admin work, and mom life. Like, well, what's the routine? How are we going to revamp our routines in the new year?
You know what I just started doing that is so helpful?
What?
So I usually wake up before the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go wake up Haven. She is a bear to wake up.
Right.
She's so just not a morning person. When I get up, before I even brush my teeth, I just walk to her room and I turn on like her bathroom light and open the door. So there's now like light in her room.
Yes.
And then I go and get my teeth brushed and all the things I normally do. But when I go back in there, it's almost like her body is like adjusting.
Yes, it's like when there's alarm clocks.
Yes,
that the sun
except
rises.
it's me.
You're the alarm clock.
Yeah.
I love that.
But it has been very helpful.
What made you think of doing that?
Because we were running late for school.
Oh.
And I was rushing. Like, I was like, come on, we got to go. And I was like, she needs more time.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting up earlier.
No.
So I would just go in and turn on her light and then go get myself ready to give her time alone.
Her little circadian rhythm was...
I was trying to let her sleep as late as possible.
And that wasn't working.
But because she's better if she has more time to process.
Okay, I love that.
So that's a new routine that we recently changed up. Yeah.
Okay, I like, thinking about what you can combine. So you kind of or reorder, and I put in my notes, maybe instead of lead gen or mom life, you're doing both. Volunteer at school and meet more people and stay in front of your sphere while you're spending time with your kid.
I think that's excellent.
Like, how can we combine the things?
Right.
Right.
Then you're adding, I added 25 people to my database in December just because of their new teachers and classmates and making sure her friends get a Christmas card.
Oh, I love that.
All of that is, but people think, I have to go do all these terrible, annoying things to meet new people.
No.
No, it's
just
all overlaps. That's the beauty of our job.
Yes. My other thought about revamping routines right now would be to actually get your calendar out and schedule things. Like your office day. Make it a repeat. I mean, you can adjust it, but make it a repeat.
Yeah, office day would be a great episode to go listen to right now, because I feel like on office days, those are kind of your mini revamps that keep you organized in your business.
Because you're running a business.
You're running a business. You're doing this big overhaul at the beginning of the year to get everything tidy, but then it can quickly get out of sorts.
Yep. When you talked about the laundry, I kind of had to laugh because the laundry happens on Saturday. Every Saturday, every bit of it.
Yeah.
Unless somebody throws up, we're not doing laundry out of turn. It's all done. It's all put away by Sunday. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no laundry on the other days because I can't be the person who does laundry every day of the week.
Right.
I just can't.
I don't mind it.
I can't do it.
I would rather do little chunks than dedicate hours.
Than having a whole thing. Well,
yeah. I usually do it on my either office day or day off where office day is the best because when the timer goes off,
that's when you stop.
I take a break. I walk around,
Yeah. I just think that maybe if it works for you, try to theme your days. Do you want to work on your database every second Tuesday? Do you want to have meal planning every Monday morning? Do you want to do your laundry on a certain day? Is your office day always Tuesday? Take this time to be when can I do things?
I feel like coming off of the holidays, I am just not in a good routine with planning ahead on meals and dinner.
Yeah.
I'm please eat a sandwich. I don't know what we're having.
Wait, I posted this meme that was, if you just wait long enough, everyone in your house will have cereal for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Follow me for more recipes. But it's just
so true. That's been where I've been living. I need to get that back together.
But it is a source of stress.
Yeah, it is.
And then you don't have what you need in the house when you do want to make something. And then you're just use some takeout. Or just eat your sandwich or your cereal.
I also moved the kids' swim lessons time. From 4:20 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
Because I was leaving at 5.
It was too late.
It was terrible. It was terrible. So just that extra 20 minutes.
Is it helping?
Buffer, yes.
So look at you making changes.
Yeah, I'm just give me 20 more minutes. I can't do 3:30 because that's too early.
Yeah.
But I could do 20 minutes early will help me beat that traffic.
Very interesting.
Just things like that. You know?
I like that. Okay. All of the rest of these items are basically system plans. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of go through the list. Things that you might want to revamp your system for.
And I would like to preface this with saying I don't personally do a lot of these things.
You don't have to do all of them.
And you don't have, we're not here to should on you.
No.
These are not things that you should be doing. But if they're things, we're just giving you options.
Well, maybe now is the time to revamp one or let one go.
Yeah.
Okay, so for instance, the home anniversary plan. Do you mail something? What is it? Can you change it to a text instead of a card in the mail?
That'd be cute. A little text. Hey.
So someone in the messages said, I'm having struggles keeping up with my home anniversary plan, basically. Every past client on their home anniversary was getting a printout of the MLS listing.
Oh my gosh.
A printed CMA and a handwritten note.
Well, no wonder you're having trouble.
Yeah. And I'm well, that's a snowball that builds, right? Every year there's more and more people.
More.
And I said, hey, maybe you just still send them a note if you want, or send a text or an email that says, hey, I can't believe it's your home anniversary. It's been 3 years. Do you want the updated market? Because she said not very many people were engaging after doing all that work. I'm well, then maybe just say, hey, are you interested in a current market report? I'd love to send one. Just shoot me back an email.
Yeah.
That way you're opening dialogue too.
I like that.
Instead of you just automatically doing so much work. Now look, yes, someone from that list is going to be hey, you didn't send out that report this year. I love that report. But that's easy. Then you know who wants it. And you have started a conversation. So something like a home anniversary plan or a birthday plan. Are you hating sending out your birthday cards? Stop doing it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Just don't do it. Or if you love it and you need a better plan, then come up with a better plan.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you store those dates? is it just in your
Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, or like in your Google Calendar, you can have a birthday and a home anniversary calendar.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Just
turn
click
it on and off.
And then on January.
I think that would be the best way.
I think that's the best way. And then you pick the month, and whether you or an assistant or somebody sits down and quickly addresses all of those for the month, you can send them out every week or just send it at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Happy birthday month. I mean, what?
Yeah.
There's the zero chance that you're going to send out the mail on exactly the right day that it shows up on their birthday
I didn't buy my house on the 21st. I bought it on the 18th.
Yeah, what is this?
They don't even know.
They don't know. Okay, so store the dates.
The point is, we put all this pressure on ourselves to do these big, grand things.
No.
And all they care about is just hearing from you.
Yeah.
They just want to be like, hey.
Right.
Remember when I sold you your house?
Right.
I don't remember what month that was, but just, hey, I hope you're doing good.
Remember? It was so great. The same with like your database contact plan. Like, what is the plan? And please stop making it so complicated.
Yes.
And please stop lying to yourself that you have to record every minute detail of what you do in your work.
How do I remember what I talked about with them?
Who cares?
Yeah.
They're not going to remember what you talked about either. If you have to ask them what their dog's name is again, I don't think they're going to quit using you as their realtor.
No.
But if you call back and you say, oh my gosh, how's Susie the puppy? She's 18 months old now. They're going to be like, you're a weirdo.
Yeah, creeper.
Why do you remember all of that?
Yeah.
Now, I will say when I naturally have remembered things about someone, they have been like, wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe you remembered that. And it feels special. But when it's obvious that you recorded every detail of their last conversation,
I
feel like that's contrived.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's weird.
I don't want someone to call me and make me feel like they remembered way too much about me.
See, there's things that are good to track, and then at some point you have to stop the madness.
Also, the more clients you have, the longer you're in the business, the more people that are on your database, the more unrealistic it is to track this information.
Yeah, I remember a top producer in my office saying that like her first few years of real estate, she really wanted to deliver a Christmas ham.
Oh, the hams.
And like, the first year there's like 8. And then the second year there's like 20. And then, by year 3, she was like, I can't do it.
She's
and then
like, I can't even fit these hams in the car.
No. And then people were aggravated. Like, where's my ham? Where's my ham? So you're setting all these expectations.
Right.
And you have to ask yourself, but long term, is this sustainable?
You need a non-ham plan.
Keep it very simple. Very simple.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay. But so on your database plan, like, how are you going to track it? Maybe you don't need to track it crazy, but when's it going to happen? Like, are you going to try something new this year? You want to send video emails instead of writing up long, letters? Maybe it's just a fun time to try something new. Also, whatever you're doing in your business should make you excited to do it.
Yeah, you should be happy about it.
Oh my God, I love sending.
It's okay to have a little nerves, but you don't need to be like, oh my gosh.
And the response to it should also make you even more happy. So if you send out the coffee card to the people whose birthday it is, and then everyone is like so excited about it, won't that make you feel good?
Yeah.
Like you should be enjoying that part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up on your plan list, what about your social media growth or awareness? What are you going to do this year on your social media? Nothing? Fine. Live your life. I'm not going to tell you to do it, but do you want to try out reels or carousel posts? Or maybe you want to figure out how to schedule your post, or maybe instead of posting 5 days a week, you're going to back it down to 3.
Yeah.
Or ramp it up.
Maybe your goal is to do a little bit less somewhere in some department.
Right. Okay. Or maybe you're going to have a more specific plan for engagement. Instead of scrolling mindlessly for hours, you're going to talk to the people for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I like that.
Plans. I like a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about this more this year. How do you collect emails from your social media?
Yeah.
Because that really is the goal of this.
You need emails.
And I'm going to give y'all an example.
Okay.
This is perfect for this episode because this is exactly what had happened. So I never remember we're about to record an episode, and then I'll think, oh, shoot, I wish I could ask the people what their thoughts are on this topic, right?
Yeah.
So in the past, I have just gone to the Instagram and been like, hey, drop your blah, blah, blah in this question box. Well, only this tiny little percentage of our followers see our Instagram post.
Right.
So when I was preparing for this episode, I was like, oh, I need to go post on Instagram and get them to fill out the question box of what they're going to revamp in their business. And then I'm like, well, this is so silly. I'm going to just email it because then it's easier to track. More people open the email.
Yeah, you can type it. Yeah.
Y'all, there were over 100 responses to what on an Instagram post would have had 5. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
10 tops. It was 10 times as many people responded and interacted.
Yeah.
Now imagine that in a real estate sense.
Right.
You want to be on Instagram and you talk to people who's, needs tips for preparing their home for sale or whatever. Instead of that, you have an email list of people who found you because of real estate. And then you're like, hey, check out this interesting loan program I just heard about.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
then
great.
The people read the email. The people did not see your Instagram post.
Correct.
The whole point
is to get an email.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Right. Okay. So that's the plan we're going to focus on this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk more and more and more and more about that.
Even revamping your marketing plan for your listings.
Oh, yeah.
The market is different than it was last year. You may need to...
Maybe you didn't have a marketing plan last year.
You may need to dust off the old books and see, what did I do before things were
What was the plan?
Yes. What is the plan? How am I communicating with my current clients on a regular basis?
Yes.
You need to have that. Because if you don't have a plan, the days will slip by and then it's been like 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And that's embarrassing.
And then you are uncomfortable reaching out.
Yes.
Like, oh, sorry, Mr. Seller, nothing's happening. And I'm pretending like you don't exist and you're mad at me.
Right. You have to make sure that you have a time to follow up with your existing clients or people that said that they were thinking about it, your prospects list, like all of that. They need to be intentional.
Right. What's the plan? Is that a certain part of your, it would be great if on your office day you just had like a go-to top 5, quick data, 10 minutes of database, 10 minutes of follow-up, like just so you don't forget. Like, I think what happens is we get stuck focused on one thing.
Yes.
And we forget that it doesn't take a lot of work, but you do have to kind of hit a few different things.
Right.
You got to hit your current clients. All right, Mr. Seller, this is what's going on. You have to hit your database people. Hey, how are you doing?
Again, this exercise has shown how much we do.
Before we have even begun to try and help someone buy or sell a house.
This is just so much to keep up with.
It's a business.
It's a business. You got to do these things.
You have to do these things. Not all of them, but you do have to do them. All right, so you got your... Oh, and then do you have a marketing plan you want to fix up for maybe farming or like some type of... And now,
kind of like, what do you think your goal business-wise? Is your goal to really work your geographical area?
Right.
Or is it to really work like a certain, like, be really involved in the kids' school or your church or, a civic organization? Like, what do you want? Where do you want to put your focus?
Because you can make a difference.
Yeah.
If you focus on something.
If you're consistent and intentional. So you have to make conscious decisions.
I think this is also a great time to audit what marketing you were already doing, or maybe you have forgotten about. Maybe this is the year you don't renew the park bench.
Right. Right.
Maybe this is the year you cancel that credit card so that everything doesn't go through automatically. And you're like, oh, no, billboard man, I don't want to renew.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't want to be featured in that magazine there's always like a random one. Like, would you like to be featured in this golf club magazine? And I'm like, I don't even live near there. Like,
right. No.
Or on the grocery cart. I know Erin's going to laugh because she does her grocery cart, Erin O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
Because her mom was always on it for years and years and years.
She just wants to.
But like, maybe you're on the grocery cart and no one has ever contacted you from the grocery cart.
Sure. Maybe this year, let's take it off.
Cart go. Let it go. Maybe we don't need to be on the grocery cart. Okay. Oh, and maybe now is a great time to brush up on some skills.
Yeah.
Time to negotiate.
Take some classes.
Pricing.
Get your CE done early.
Yeah.
Get it done in January, Katie.
Maybe I will do that because I certainly didn't do it last year. Yeah. So like maybe it's just time to brush up on some of your skills, plan how you're going to learn this year. Maybe you have something that you've already purchased that you wanted to do and you never did it. Like I have a time management class that I'm going to go back to.
Okay.
So, maybe there's something that you're like, oh, yeah, you know what? I don't need something new. I already have these things.
Yeah, I need to finish what I started.
I've already invested in these things.
Yeah.
Let's figure out the things that I've already invested in. Right?
Yeah.
That is a really thorough list.
So thorough.
It really brings to light so much, and specifically that there's a lot to running a business in real estate.
So much.
So much.
Yeah, keep it tidy.
Right. If you're brand new and you haven't even done any of a lot of these things.
I kind of am envious of those people.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Starting from scratch.
Because you don't have to go figure out what websites your old photo's on. You just need a place where you are recording where you put the photo going forward.
I know. Gosh.
Like,
how nice it would be to have a fresh start.
You go to change brokers and you know exactly where your photo is, exactly where your bios are. Just, I think keeping those business assets in that list of kind of where, like, your business parts and pieces in one place or somewhere that you can easily find is huge.
Yeah.
And we're just sort of all over the place, unfortunately.
Yes.
So it's
no easy task.
There's
That's why
always
it's just
room
good
for
to
improvement.
I will say, once you do the overhaul, if you can just have the office day to keep up with things, it makes it so much easier.
So much easier.
This year was the easiest year to make sure my database was up to date.
I thought mine was,
I did pretty good throughout the year with just keeping up with adding people after closing.
I did the same thing. I was like, wow, look at me.
It wasn't as bad as it was in the past.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's great. Do you have any final parting words on sprucing?
No, I think you should just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it should make you feel good and happy and light.
Well, right. Just like when you clean anything.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, look, I feel better about this.
So much better.
You're not going to do all of these things ever or today or tomorrow. Like, just pick a few.
Yeah.
What are the things that are annoying you the most? Start with those.
Yeah.
Like, my desk is such a mess. I'm going to clean the desk. Or I need to empty out my files.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't take much to make an impact on your mental health.
Oh,
though.
I did want to end. Yes.
Oh, please
for
tell
sure.
us.
James Clear quote.
Oh, fab.
Because I think a lot of this too, you may want to go back and listen to Done is Better Than Perfect, like the Problem with Perfection episode.
With Perfection. Yeah, that one's so good.
Because we think, I'm not even going to start this because I don't have all day to just finish it.
Oh, like if I can't do it all, I don't want to do any of it.
Yeah, like I'm not even going to start until I can just
What is James going to tell us?
It only takes 5 minutes to break the cycle. 5 minutes of exercise and you are back on the path. 5 minutes of writing and the manuscript is moving again. 5 minutes of conversation and the relationship is restored. It doesn't take much to feel good again.
Oh, it doesn't take much to feel good again.
Just do a little bit.
Just a little. Just a little. Oh, I love that. Why is he such a genius?
He's so good.
Okay, are you ready for a toast?
Yeah.
Also, friends, people did tag us and tag James Clear to try and get him on the show.
I know. We appreciate that.
Y'all keep working on that.
Keep telling James he needs to come on the Hustle Humbly podcast.
Keep tagging James. He is a genius. Okay, so today's toast comes from Danielle Miller to Nancy Fitzgerald. Okay. They're both in the Philadelphia area. And let's see what we're going to say about Nancy. Hold on. I got to figure out how to read this on this document. Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I got to just turn it this way, I think. Well, we'll get there. Okay. At heart, Nancy is a true creator of community and an agent by trade. She started and continues to lead the new agents cohort at our company and has turned us new agents, as well as many seasoned agents, onto your podcast.
Oh,
your podcast episodes are now referenced often in our cohort and throughout whole company emails.
Wow.
And the topics you cover are so helpful and interesting, even for agents from a completely different market. They're in Philadelphia. Okay, thank you. And thanks to Nancy.
That's cool.
I want to say thank you to Nancy.
Thanks for sharing us.
Nancy, that's the best.
That's so sweet.
We love when you guys share. And she's taking care of her other agents in her office.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
I love that. So cheers to Nancy. Thank you to Danielle. And good luck to all of you with the beginning of 2023.
Yes, happy sprucing.
Spruce it up. You should have some time, right?
Perfect, yes.
Nice, quiet, slow part of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Spruce it up.
Yes.
Make it count.
Enjoy.
Goodbye.